Welcome back to the channel, and by popular demand, we bring you the AMSEC RF6528. Why is it so popular? Why do people want me to make a video on this thing? What is the big deal? Because it's a TL-30 gun safe. Let's go. So that's right, believe it or not, you crazy safe shoppers. It's a gun safe, and it's a TL-30. Yeah, we've done that video. This one is special. It was made in America. If you're new here, thanks. If you like the content, like and subscribe as we go along. Ask questions down in the comment section. We're gonna cover a whole lot, so get ready, buckle in. We have a little fun around here playing a game we like to call What You See in Front of You.
What you see in front of you.
Probably no music playing. I heard it in my head though. Here we go. I like to start with dimensions. This safe, not sitting on a big, huge pallet, I don't know if you can see it from there, but it comes in at 72 inches tall. And this guy happens to be 35 inches wide. The depth is 29 1/4. Now the depth, mind you, is from the back of the safe to the front of the safe. That does not include things like these external ball bearing hinges here, nor the handle, the lock, all that jazz, even the plug in the back. I'll get to it, just wait. So if I'm telling you that it's 29 1/4 because of all of these things on the outside, the front and the back, let's go ahead and add about 3.5 inches of that for clearance purposes, meaning if you need to go measure your space and figure out, hey, is this monster gonna fit? Cool, let's figure it out. Let's go ahead and add 3.5 inches to be safe. This happens to be in the textured black finish. I'm a fan. It's modern. I saw that on HGTV. I don't know what that means. So it actually is available in a few other different colors. They're on the website. You can check those out as well. I think there's like 4 or 5 other different colors. I'm probably wrong. Here though, we're displaying it in this beautiful black nickel finish hardware. This 5-spoke handle here has the finish on it, as well as the ESL10 keypad lock. Yes, you can have a mechanical lock. It's your choice, no judgment. But what's cool about their keypads, and I like to bring it up because I think it's pretty interesting, American Security, they actually do their own keypads, meaning all the R&D, all the testing and everything, that's actually all in-house, which is really cool because pretty much nobody else has that option. And then of course the pull handle comes in the finish as well. We're gonna talk about the exterior a little bit of the body itself, just the body, okay? So in the body, it basically goes 12 gauge outside steel, concrete, 11 gauge interior steel. That brings us to about 3 inches of thickness in the body itself. And that's awesome, because again, even if somebody's trying to hack or cut or whatever, brute force their way through that, good luck. The door has layers of steel, kind of like the body does, in different proportions. It comes out to about a little over 1/2 inch total thickness of steel within the door. What's cool about that is that the same thing. We're gonna go steel, we're gonna go concrete, we're gonna go steel again, but we're gonna go hardened steel plate for drilling purposes on top of that. So if you think that you're just gonna run in here with your Ryobi and do a little drilling, please do. Give her a whirl. Because of all that, that makes the door come out to an astounding 6 inches thick, which I'm told is a huge number. So we'll then go ahead and slap in some 1.5 inch thick bolts. As I close it or open it, it does it all by itself. I actually have to turn and pull because I've got to get it past the open, just a hair past open, in order for the lock to engage and hold the handle in position so that the bolts stay in. So that again, I don't take a chance of accidentally slamming this thing, because if you slam this much weight into that body, you could damage something. There's also an external relocker. That's right, we're not done with security just yet. I've tried drilling it, I've tried pulling on it, I've tried messing with the keypad, I'm still not in. Okay, cool, now I'm just gonna beat the mess out of it. I'm gonna knock this lock off and everything inside the door, it's just gonna fall apart and I'm gonna get into it. Well, not really. So the external relocker is essentially, I like to call it a booby trap. Yes, because it's fun to say.
Setting booty traps. booby traps. That's what I said, Sam said it, booby traps.
And so what happens is that the lock's sitting there and the little wire feeds through the door and it connects it to its lock body. So I'm beating on it, I'm beating on it, right? So if that lock body starts to move too much, the external relocker, the booby trap, it's holding up like a 3-inch long or 2.5-inch long piece of steel, and it's spring loaded. So like, you know, when you set a mousetrap, you can pull spring over and you can set the little thing, you let go and not snap my fingers. Same idea, no exaggeration. So it's designed to take quite a bit of that beating, but only to an extent, and then you're out of there. The safe's gonna lock down. It's gonna throw that 2.5-inch piece of steel, that rod, is actually gonna go right into the path of where this handle turns, taking that away. Let's move right into sort of fire. I mean, it's mostly fire. So this material here, and even though I'm doing this, hopefully you're seeing a shot of it because you can only see so much of what I'm doing, I get that. That's called Palusol. This is a material that will actually increase its size. And by that, I mean, it'll increase 7 times its natural size. So that is creating a tighter seal between the door and the body, hopefully not letting in smoke, and then of course not letting in fire, soot, things of that nature while there's a fire going on. So while we're talking about fire, what's this thing rated for? Well, I'm glad I asked. It's actually rated for 120 minutes at 1850 degrees. I think that's how the French say it. Imagine that it actually stays that hot continuously for 2 hours. I'm not gonna lie to you, that's an incredible number. So if that was to happen, the inside of this RF6528 will not breach 350 degrees. And it's phenomenal because things like paper, for example, they will combust over 400 degrees. And it depends on the paper. It's the only reason I say over. I hate not giving specifics, but it depends on the type of paper, right? Between cash, between your birth certificate and your social or your marriage license or your pictures or whatever things you got printed at Kinko's or your will or your deed, all these things have a different level. But again, that's if we got to 1850 degrees for 2 hours. That's sensation of fire protection. Let us dive in to the interior of a TL-30 rated gun safe. So here's the door. Within the organizer, we've got just all kinds of pouches and elastic band things and zipper bags, and we've got all these things, right? Now, right off the bat, it does come with holsters for pistols, and there are 4 of them, and they are Velcroed on there. So I get it. You're a little nervous about that, as am I. However, this is a 1911. I'm gonna shake the mess out of it. And we're still on there. And that's my 1911. So I'm definitely paranoid that doesn't work. But every single time we do these videos with American Security's Velcro gun pouches, they seem to hold up really well. So I think we're okay there. And there's obviously room for more of that. You can see the Velcro going across the 2 strips. So if you wanted to buy more pouches, you could definitely get into some of that action, right? Not to say that you couldn't figure out a way to maybe utilize that for pistols. So, a little low on the pistol count. Again, be fair, we're talking about a TL-30, meaning I want substantial protection, but I want to store my gun. So I want the best of both worlds, right? Now, notice that Henry right there, the golden boy, is on the door, and it is quite literally meant to be there because there is a pouch in the bottom for the butt stock, and there's a Velcro strap for it to sit on there. And yes, you can actually have 2 of them. I shouldn't put 2 on here. I don't have 2 45-70s, but call me if you got one for sale. So what I wanted to say is that the interior is designed to hold 24 long guns plus 2. That's the awesome way that they always say it, so I'm gonna say it too. They always say plus 2. I just wanted to grab some stuff to throw it in there. Again, this is only to help you visualize maybe your collection, right? So there does happen to be 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 5 weapons in there. And I went a little big on certain things or whatever, because I mean, everybody's got a different collection these days, but you've got 3 AR-15 platformish guys. I think one of them's a 300 blackout. There is a lever action, and there's an AK in the back. And everybody's got plenty of room. I'll be fair about that. Matter of fact, when I first set this up, I actually had him in there as well. So I had 6 in there, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them with optics, and I bring that up because optics take up space. So I feel pretty comfortable that we're not gonna get to 24 unless you have no optics. You may not. So, but anyway, you've got room to play. Now, these shelves here, It actually comes with 4 of them total. I had to think about that, right? I don't have them all here. I put one here to cover up because there is another gun rack. So you could go all gun, you could go no gun. You just like the safe, you like the size, you like the interior. So you have an option there. So let's round this thing out. We've got LED lights that are motion censored. They come with it. Like we talked about, there's power. So remember, we got to add for our depth measurement. So with that, we get a power strip down in the bottom of the safe here with 3 outlets and 2 USB outlets as well. So you've got some room there to function with your hard drives or whatever you want to plug into that. Oh, hole here. I think that's important. There is a hole in the shelf, so if I had something taller, longer, like 28-inch long shotgun or something, or 30-inch, whatever skeet gun, I've got plenty of room to poke through there. That's attention to detail. I'm a fan. Oh, it can be bolted down. Absolutely. We can put this monkey right in place, right where you want it, and there's 4 holes that I can anchor this thing right into the concrete for you. The weight. This thing is 3,418 pounds. It's a heavy dude, but I can still bolt it down. People requested it, man. No judgment. I get it. So this 3,400 pound TL-30 gun safe hits the market's MSRP at about $16,000. In case I'm wrong. 16,000 is the MSRP. Now, you deal with any kind of dealer, that's AMSEC's MSRP. So make sure you call your dealer or your local dealer and you get the other price. There's a better price, I promise. Check it out, man. Ask questions below. Appreciate your time, appreciate you being there. Hopefully we went through and gave you enough education on this thing, and hopefully you found it entertaining. Again, subscribe, follow, comment section, tear it up, ask your questions. Robert with A1EDU, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.